Hello, it's the Dazzling One, and in today's video, we're going to do what I like to call the unusual smoky eye. So let's get started. Well, as you heard, we're going to do something called the unusual smoky eye. Now, normally, when you think of a smoky eye, it's always colors like from dark to light, maybe in browns or blacks or grays, or from like black to gray to silver, or to an off-white, or brown to like a coppery color to a gold, and to almost a cream, again a cream color. But what I'm going to do is something that you probably have never thought about, but it's still going to be following the same principles as the smoky eye. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my fluffy brush, and I'm going to take, just a basic color, Biscotti, and I'm going to put that all over my lid, just as my base. This is a matte color. Now, this color may not show up at any point, but it's always nice to have a place. It's always, this is all neutral. Okay, that was Biscotti. Now, what we're going to do on our lid with our cream colored brush is we're going to take a color called White, which is a dark blue. Now I'm applying it, but I'm also petting it because I want it to be really, really bold. Okay, you will notice that my eyes look a lot bolder. Basically what I did was I took my Starry Night eye color, and I applied it to my brush, as you see right here. And then what I did is I tapped it, and then I sprayed it with our finishing spray. You will notice that that the blue looks a little bolder. And the reason that is simply because I took the finishing spray and I applied it to it. Okay. Anytime you want colors to be even more bold, you got to make sure it's an eyeshadow that you can make bold. An eyeshadow that you can apply water or finishing spray to it. Not all colors cooperate, or they get they don't apply as well. So what I did is I applied the Starry Night and finishing spray to make it a little bit bolder. Now the next color I'm going to do is called Emerald Noir. And basically I'm going to use my crease brush. It is a dark emerald color. I'm going to apply a little bit of it without adding the finishing the finishing spray, to show you just how dark it can get. And the reason I chose this brush is because I wanted to really be more narrow as it is in the crease of my eye. Now you could leave it like that, but I'm going to show you how it looks when I wet the brush. So to avoid having, the palette ruining the color in the palette, you want to apply the eyeshadow to your brush, then spray it with water or finishing spray. A lot. Now watch how this color changes because I've added that. It's even more bold. See, here's without the finishing spray on the emerald, and here's with. Look how much more bold it is. Yeah, I'm just going to go over it with that just because I want them to look the same. I just wanted you to see how much more intense the color becomes. Now that is really an intense eye look. I know it is. But I'm going to take that fluffy brush before I add the third color. I'm only going to use 3 to create this look. So it'll look like it's 4, which it is ultimately 4. And I'm just going to soften it. Soften the edge. So basically, you want to take the blending brush, your blending brush, and you just want to soften that up because you want it to look almost like a rainbow in a way. Okay, now I'm going to take it too intense. See? Because I wanted to kind of it's not as gold as I want. So we're going to go up another notch. Now we're not going to spray this because we don't want this to be as bold. We're going to use this color here called Status. Little bit of Biscotti at the very teeny tippy top. So this, what makes this interesting is that it's different, and I'm using 4 different colors using the steps that you would use for your smoky eye, but 4 different colors that are gonna, you notice how I'm kind of adding it down, bringing it down to kind of, because I want it just to be like to not just sit there, but I want it to go out. You can see that. It's really beautiful. See, I want it right here. I want it down. To me, it reminds me of like a peacock's feather. You know, when I use these colors together. Because they're so beautiful. Now see how that is? Just softening it up. And then you can even go, and I'm a big fan for always going back in if you feel like you blended just a little too much or something out. I'm going to take a little bit. It's okay if you're a little messy with it, but I want to take a little bit of the makeup remover on a cotton swab, and I'm just going to go here because I brought it down just a little too much. And I just want to clean that up so that there's a video coming about how to fix mistakes that are commonly made, because I think one reason why some people don't wear makeup is because they're afraid of, what if I make a mistake? Well, it's no big deal. It really is no big deal. So it wasn't a lot that had to be cleaned up, but like right in I came down a little more. And then I'm just going to take my foundation And I'll go back over where I kind of removed just a little bit of the makeup. Well, some people will clean up with their foundation or their concealer, but I think for me personally, and it's a preference, I think when you do that, then you you can drag the colors in your makeup, and then they're there, and that's one way of, kind of be precise. My powder and go back over. Going to do liner on the top because I'm going to do liner on the bottom because I'm going to put lashes on. So that is the Uncommon Smoky Eye. It may feel like it's a more advanced technique, but it really isn't. It's just using those same principles: dark, medium, light, dark, medium, light, dark, medium, light blend. I did add a new technique that I learned from another beauty consultant named Dominique, of how to apply the colors so they're even more bold using finishing spray. I always knew about the water, but using the finishing spray, I kind of like the way it applies, so you don't get dry pan. You make sure you put your color on your brush first. So this is the Dazzling One, teaching tips and tricks to the everyday girl. I'll get your gorgeous to you. Have a wonderful day.